Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's learn how to write a Python program to print the Fibonacci series up to n terms. So given the integer value that is n, so you have to try to find that is a Fibonacci series up to n terms. So let's look into what exactly is Fibonacci series. So Fibonacci series is a series you get by adding the two preceding terms. For example, these two are the base conditions you should remember. So where fib of 0 is 0 and fib of 1 is equals to 1. So based on these two conditions, you can try to find the Fibonacci of any value of n. For example, that is a fib of n equals to fib of n minus 1 plus fib of n minus 2. So that is the two preceding terms you have to add in order to get the fib of n. So now let's take an example here, that is a n value equals to 2, that is fib of 2 equals to, we replace the value of n with the 2, so we get fib of 2 minus 1 is 1 plus the fib of 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 here. So we get the fib of 1 is already defined over here. So fib of 1 is 1 plus fib of 0 is 0 over here. And that evaluates to 1. So fib of 2 equals to 1. That is adding two preceding terms will give you the fib of n. So now let's take another example, that is fib of 3 equals to fib of 3 minus 1, that is evaluates to fib of 2 plus fib of, let's take 3 minus 2 over here. 3 minus 2 is 1. So that means the two preceding Fibonacci series you have to add. So it will evaluate to fib of 2 is 1 over here. So let me copy the same 1 plus, and fib of 1 is 1 over here equals to 2. So it evaluates to 2. So fib of 3 is 2. So now let's try to solve this by using a Python program. So there are two methods to solve this. So first is recursion and next is a iterative method using a for loop or while loop. So let's try to use a iterative method in order to solve the Fibonacci series. So so let's take a value that is a variable n, and let me use input function to get the value of n. And here let's ask a user to enter the value of n. So once the user enters the value of n, so we need to convert it into an integer. So we are trying to convert it into an int type conversion. So value will be stored in n. So so once we get the value of n, so let's take the two base conditions, that is a and b. So let's initialize it. A equals to 0, let me give space, and b equals to 1. So these are the two base conditions you should initialize that we are doing. And now let's try to take take an empty list in order to store the Fibonacci series. So I have taken a variable that is my list equals to empty. So now let's try to solve the Fibonacci series and try to fill this list. So so let's use a for loop for index in range of n. So I am traversing from 0 to n, and now let's try to find the Fibonacci series. So generally the first value will be the Fibonacci series, that is a value of a. So let's try to append these to my list dot append the value of a. So now we have to evaluate that is a preceding first term and preceding second term. So let's take the a and b values, and the value that is a preceding term will become the preceding second, so that is b, and preceding second will become the first value, and b, that is the preceding second value. So that's how you try to evaluate, that is a preceding first value and preceding second value. So you have to add it both, so that will become your Fibonacci series. Yeah, so once the for loop completes, so my list will be having the Fibonacci series. So now let's try to print the Fibonacci series. So let's say print and let's try to format. Let's copy paste the same Fibonacci series up to n terms is. Let's replace this with the flower braces and let's give n over here. And yeah, so at the end let's give is dot dot dot. And now let's use a for loop to print the items present in my list. So let's use for item in my underscore list. So this is my Fibonacci series items that I am taking, and finally I am trying to print the item, and at the end let's give some space. Yeah, so this is a complete program to print the Fibonacci series up to n terms. So let me run this program and let me show you how it works. So running the program, so enter the value of n. So now let's give something like 5. So you can see Fibonacci series up to 5 terms is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Now let me change the value of n and let's run it again. So let's give 19. So you can see Fibonacci series up to 19 terms is this. Now let me run it again. So enter the value of n. So let's give something like bigger number 100. So you can see Fibonacci series up to 100 series is 100 terms is this big value. Yeah, so this is the complete program to print the Fibonacci series up to n terms. So I'll give this code in the description. So that's it in this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye.